Okay, now let us start. A warm welcome to our Masters, Brother Johan, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe to Saturday Hualien Dharma Talk. A very good morning. Let us start the sessions. Today, I would like to share a short accepted Master's speech. We as Master and disciples are united with one mind and shared aspiration. Shinji has traveled far along the Bodhisattva path, and the road ahead remains long. May everyone cultivate a great heart and make profound vows. As we, Master and disciples, stand together with one mind and shared aspiration, let us strive for greater strength to protect the world and bring aid to even more people. We pray for peaceful and harmonious life for all, and sincerely hope for a world free from disasters and suffering. Gan our Master's teaching. Now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10 directions. May the Sahara land be free from disaster and peace prevails in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piousness.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community. May there be no disasters in this world. Now let us together pray for universal love and blessing. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body and enlightened mind and total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our board masters to lead us in paying homage to the triple gems. Let us pay our respects for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Ching Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise, palms together. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. And a bow to our beloved Abbot Masters who could join us today. Yeah. So today I will be sharing a journey of joy and gratitude volunteering in Bodhgaya, and followed by Brother Sean. We'll know the topic today from Brother Sean. Okay, before that, let us hand over to Sister Su Ching for the weekly summary. Sister Su Ching, over to you.
Last week, Brother Johan spoke about the summit in New York. Delegates from Tzu Chi, young and inspired, gathered for action as the world required. From China, Malaysia, the US, they came, united in purpose, their vision aflame. The pact for the future was their guiding decree, focused on justice and sustainability. Youth as a pillar, their voices now strong, proving inclusion can right many wrongs. 6 vital sessions on pressing concerns, equality, climate, and where action still burns. Partnerships built on empathy's thread. Through dialogue, hope and resolve were spread. At Climate Week at New York's vibrant stage, Tzu Chi shared wisdom for this crucial age. From food to compassion, the themes took root. Youth and resilience are the strongest pursuit. STEM for girls, mental health care, nature-based solutions, change is apparent everywhere. Through advocacy, action, and future foresight, Tzu Chi continues to inspire with its guiding light. And then Sister Phoebe from Taiwan spoke about the dandelion. A dandelion blooms where love meets every plate. Founded by Ta'ai, its mission is great. Many years ago, Sister Phoebe learned on a pivotal day that plant-based living could lead the way. The climate clock ticks, the message is clear. 4 years and days till change must appear. Meat's emission outpace all global freight. Eating more greens could alter our fate. Dandelions spread kindness, freedom, and hope, drawing communities with ways to cope. Local ingredients, organic and pure. Health and the earth together ensure. 20,000 served and growing strong, a bond with the neighborhood all along. Each meal reflects Tzu Chi's guiding hand, a mindful venture to nourish the land. The tea comes from gardens, rice from the soil. Every detail reflects thoughtful toil. Phasing out dairy, curating with care. Plans for expansion will soon be there. Veggie for Earth is next year's heartfelt theme. Meals for Africa is a collective dream. The dandelion thrives with its mission clear, spreading love one meal at a time, far and near. Okay, Katan for listening. Over back to you, Sister Lily. Sister Lily. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll get Brother Chin to introduce the next speaker. Brother Chin is not here yet, huh? Let me see. I don't see.
Yeah, Brother Chin is in.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is. All right,
Brother Chin.
Brother Chin, I'll get over to you to introduce our speaker.
And then Sister. Right. So we have this morning we have 2 sharers. So we have let me firstly we have Sister Lily, who's going to share with us her journey in volunteering in Bodhgaya. Obviously, Sister Lily doesn't need any introduction at all. And she spent a few weeks in Bodhgaya. So, Sister Lily.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Chin. Okay, let me share my screen.
Are you going back soon?
Yeah. Not so soon, next year. Okay. Good morning. 上人, both masters, brothers and sisters around the globe. 感恩 to Sister Su Ching for giving me the opportunity to share in this platform. I am Lily. 感恩 to all the volunteers in Bodhgaya for paving the path that enable all volunteers to join force to continue paving the path wider and embrace more to come. Today, I will be sharing insights on the following 4 topics in which I have involved. The Great Love Village House handover, 1B1C, medical mission, and charity mission. Okay, let's start with this. So this is the City Great Love Village consisting of 36 new houses. And okay, if you can see from the sides here, these are the 36 houses for the Thai village. And you see surrounding here are their old house. So and these are the as there are 36 new houses, right? So actually we have given them 36 gifts. So these are some of the things that we gave them. Okay, we have covered also like pails, mops, brooms, and so on. Okay, so the construction of these houses requires significant effort from many workers, as Cici was determined to complete and transfer the houses before the Deepavali celebration on the October 31st. So everyone in Cici was eagerly anticipating the completion of the houses and felt excited about the transfer ceremony. So there, I was there, and I can see like there are numerous discussions were held involving VP Lim, CEOs, and others to finalize the gift and also organize the ceremony's flow and attend to other details. So volunteers from Malacca, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore joined to witness and support this meaningful and memorable occasion. Truly grateful for the opportunity. So before the ceremony, there was training provided on house cleaning and the beautification of the Great Love houses. Okay, let me start this sharing. Yeah. So we have this house cleaning training. So because this is their old house where they is like mud house with the grass made of grass. It's sarji, like very strong grass that they use to build the wall and the roof. And this is the Great Love house. Okay, so Great Love house got windows, the floors, toilets, all that. So we need to teach them or train them how to clean the house. Okay, so this session took place in one of the Thai house and was divided into 3 groups as there are 36 households. So we divide into 3 groups. So Sister GT and Sister and Brother Vikash actually guided the villagers on how to sweep and mop the floor, clean the windows, wash the toilets, and to follow the proper hygiene, the do and don'ts. So so behind here is the slide that we have projector, and then Sister GT actually put in a lot of effort to prepare the training deck and the videos. So you can see here, the house owners was very attentive and engaged throughout the training. Okay, so this was the theory part of the house cleaning, and then we have practical. So the training includes teaching the villagers how to prepare the cleaning solution using the dish drops and vinegar mixed with water. So the they can make their own and then do the cleaning. So we also demonstrate the proper techniques for using the mop, wipe the windows and sweep the floor. So the villagers are also have the opportunity to practice the skills hands-on. And so mopping floor and wiping windows are not required in their previous house, but now in the Thai village, then they have to clean the house. And see everyone like very attentive. See, so they hold the broom like this. Because I think they don't have the chance to use the broom before this. And also show them how to clean the toilet. So the objective of house cleaning training is for the Great Love villagers to keep the house clean and tidy. So then come to this beautification of the Great Love house. So with this Great Love house handover approaching, right, and the VP Lim will be coming. So house owners were encouraged to enhance their surrounding with plants. So Brother Surendra Manji, who had once a drinker and now served as a city grey shirt volunteers, have led by example and inspired the others house owner to do the same. So now let's see the pictures. So this is Brother Surendra. Okay, so he's the one to, first to take the action and inspire others. So he listened to our advice and then contemplated where to get the plants and then took action to transfer the plants from his old house to his new house. His effort inspired others and he lent a helping hand to the female house owners because majority of the house owners, right, they are women. So their husband maybe work outstation. So so these house owners, the ladies, they are there. So because have to plant and quite heavy, so Brother Surendra actually helped them out, and also our local volunteers. So as Master said, we should go among the people to benefit others. So this exemplifies the cultivation of loving kindness, sincerity, and unity, and a harmonious community in the Great Love village. So everyone became a role model, and it was truly joyful to witness the sense of togetherness among the house owner to achieve the common goal. So even Sister GT also helping out, and so you see the plants and have their plants at the outside of the house. Okay, so this is Brother Surendra house. So this is what they have planted. So this is for the beautification of the house. Yeah, okay. The transfer ceremony. So this is the most anticipated moment. So the day before, we were there in the Thai village here to do some final checking on the houses. So the day before, right, there was a light drizzle, like sweet dewdrops as a blessing for the upcoming ceremony. We visited each of the houses to ensure that the 36 gifts were arranged accordingly. We conducted a rehearsal for the handover ceremony, and everyone, including the house owner, were very cooperative, like even despite the long hours. So on the day of the handover ceremony, the weather was perfect. It was cool and comfortable. VP Lim was seen walking around the Great Love village with the media team, introducing it to Shangren. So everyone was filled with excitement, looking forward to the upcoming handover ceremony. So before the ceremony began, there were speeches from VP Lim, the house owner, distinguished guests, and then the chanting by the monks and others. So this is the chanting, and so this the tent, and this is a setup inside the tent. Okay, so so we invited monks from the monastery to bless both the Great Love Village and the ceremony. Due to the shortage of volunteers, some had multiple roles and needed to be in the right place at the right time. This also provides an excellent training opportunity for both local and the overseas volunteers who serve together in unity to make this memorable event possible. It was truly fulfilling and joyful to witness such an occasion. Okay, so after the handover, so it was truly joyful to witness these 36 house owners to open their door for the first time. Each house had a framed Jingsi aphorism hang on the wall, serving as a reminder to speak kind words, think good thoughts, do good deeds, and walk the right path. This is to nurture a pure mind and foster a harmonious community in the Great Love Village. So this is the Jingsi aphorism. Okay, then the house owner warmly embraced Vipilim, an affinity that seemed to transcend lifetime. It was truly inconceivable. Okay, so this is the handover ceremony. So next, we also conducted survey among the 36 house owners of the Great Love Village on zero alcohol, zero meat, zero begging, and zero dropout from school. So the objective of these 4 zeros is to foster a healthy and self-reliant community, nurturing loving kindness and compassion, bring awareness, education, that education bring hope to the family. So from the survey, we observed that 50% of the house owners are vegetarian. That means practice zero meat. Only a small percentage of them reported issues on begging, dropping out of school, and drinking alcohol. One woman after learning about vegetarianism during the survey promised to adopt a vegetarian meal. So this is with the woman. So and then despite being very hungry, after the house cleaning training, the women were very cooperative and engaged during the survey. That's why I have given her a big heart. So here, truly grateful. So we go house to house, batch by batch for because there are 3 groups. So after one group finish the training, then we go to their house for the survey. And then the Deepavali celebration is on the 31st of October. So I wasn't there, but from the pictures here, it conveyed the joyous atmosphere during the Deepavali day. So it felt like a housewarming and a reunion dinner with the family. You see, so warm and welcoming and filled with joy. So this is the Thai village during the Deepavali night. So much of lights and having dinner in the table in the Thai house. See, the frame is here, the Jingsi aphorism frame, and there's this love, infinite love decoration being put here as well. Okay, so this is on the Great Love Village. Now I will share on this one village, one community. In short, 1V, 1C. So we have gathering for these villages, master tell story at the Jadispo village. So community gatherings normally were held twice a week, where activities typically include playing the master tell story, and allowing the villagers to share their reflections. So the Tzu Chi volunteers would walk to the village to spread the seeds of great love, introduce Tzu Chi mission and promote initiatives like the bamboo bank and rice bank. These efforts aim to strengthen the community bonds and inspire villagers to become volunteers. So volunteers also encourage the community to quit alcohol, find employment, and prioritize family care to foster harmonious and happy households. They urge parents to send their children to school, emphasizing that education is vital for well-being of both families and society. So this is some of the pictures. So we travel from the city office to the village via using the tuk-tuk, which takes about 45 minutes journey. So we will require at least 2 tuk-tuk, one to carry a device like projectors, speakers, AV, and huge battery power supply, and another tuk-tuk would be for the volunteers. So normally there will be form two groups, one to set up the venue and another groups to the village to invite the villagers to attend this gathering. So this is the battery. Actually it was very heavy. So we'll set up put the 3 flags, and this is the environment. So this is a school. So so this one we go to the villagers to invite them for the session. So we go to each of the houses, some gather outside, then we invite them. Okay. So this is the second group. And because the medical outreach was planned on the 19th and 20th of October. So as we visiting them, right? So the villagers will tell us some of the issues that they have. So this grandma says that her feet and the knee are painful. So Sister Gigi actually have informed her about this medical outreach. And that it involved medical team from Singapore and Malaysia. So took the opportunity to bring the awareness about this medical outreach and encourage them to go for consultation. So similarly here, so these women actually have a child, have some medical condition. So she would like to show the medical report. So so Sister Lisa here told them that can go for this medical outreach, bring the report along. Okay. So then after that, so the villagers start coming to the session. And so with the session started, so so we have pay homage, and then also before the session begin, right? So Brother Vikash actually shared the video of the cooking activity in Selenja village and asked if they would be interested in participating in a similar activity in Jadipur next time. So you see, so many are actually eager to very eager to join lah. So they raise their hand to express their interest. So so we feel that sometimes have to play some video of other villages to inspire them. And the medical team, Sister Kim was also there. So she took the opportunity to promote and raise the awareness about the services provided by the medical outreach. So this marked the first medical outreach in the Buddha's land. So after the Master Tell Story session, we played the video for showcasing a medical outreach event in Sri Lanka to inspire the villagers. So to show them like Sister Kim actually explained the details, highlighting services such as the traditional Chinese medicine, including acupuncture to relieve the pain, and involvement of medical doctors from Singapore and Malaysia. So then they also mentioned that the medicine will be provided when applicable. So all this conversation, right, the local translator will help to convey the information in Hindi for the villagers to understand. So villagers were also encouraged to step forward as volunteers during the medical outreach event. As actually we are short of volunteers. So on the day, so actually on this gathering time, we have 6 villages inspired, like, and they come forward to register as volunteers. So on the day itself, we have 3 volunteers participated in the event. So this shows that the seeds of love and kindness have begun to sprout among the villagers. So Tzu Chi volunteers will continue to spread the seeds of goodness, nurturing and inspiring the community further. So actually, we are very excited, very happy to see the villagers come. Okay. So we noticed that more than half of the attendees were children. So we hope that in future they will become the Tzu Chi youth. Okay, by sowing the seeds of great love in them at a young age, we are nurturing future generations of compassion and loving kindness. So in summary, it is important to continue holding this gathering with the villagers to help them become more familiar and gain a better understanding of Tzu Chi. So as Master says, many grains of rice makes a bushel, many drops of water make a river. So we must persist with sincere efforts from the local volunteers, supported by overseas volunteers, until more villages are inspired. So this is a long process of purification, requiring unwavering dedication and steadfast in following the direction given by Master. Okay, next, medical. So home visit, monthly distribution of lentils due to the low BMI. So here, the medical team entered the village to care for the villagers, so particularly the elderly. So they measured their weights, and then those with a low BMI were provided with lentils to improve their nutrition. So during each distribution, the medical volunteers would recheck their weight to monitor the BMI improvement. It was truly heartwarming to witness how Tzu Chi efforts have helped this elderly individual by providing them with nutritious food. So so when we reached there, so the medical team actually will take their weight and then compare with the previous, if it increased the weight. And this grandma is very grateful for the food that we provided. And this is the tuk-tuk with the food. One tuk-tuk will have full of these lentils bags. Okay, so love and care for elderly, frail grandpa and grandma. And so witnessing the suffering, recognize our blessing and continue to do good. So creating blessings and good affinities with others. So volunteers will carry the bags together, and then in the morning the villagers will gather under the tree, and our volunteers will he would know like which one is the care recipient that will receive the goods, this food, and also will take their BMI as well. Okay. So next, charity mission. So this home visit to the elderly grandma with the collapsed roof. Okay. Okay, so this charity, this grandma, right? So the charity assistance was actually discontinued in September, and in October, visit served as a follow-up home visit. So during this visit, we discovered that the roof of the house had collapsed several days earlier, yet no one had provided any assistance. So although the children lived nearby, none of them took action. So the group leader actually assessed the situation and decided that the roof should be dismantled as it posed a safety hazard. So our team, consisting of 3 sisters, 1 brother from the media team, and a tuk-tuk driver, worked together on this task. So so when we reached there, we saw the roof collapse like this. So this is actually unexpected, feel a blessing for us. So we started to do the cleaning. So there were strong determination and the strength. So we first ensured that it was safe to proceed and discuss how to tackle the dismantling. So everyone shared a mutual understanding and seamlessly got to work. It was amazing to observe our determination and strength. So we used knives, we began to cut the strings and remove the plastic bags, the plastic cover here, the yellow color and the black color. So below it actually is the sargi grass from the roof. And then after that, finally we bring down the bamboo structure. So from here, I learned that, actually the roof is actually made of all this sargi grass and cover with this plastic so that if rain, it will not have any leakages. So these grass are actually very heavy. Yeah. Okay, so so when we go there, this grandma looked like very sad and helpless. So so this demonstrate the teamwork that we have to dismantle this the roof, the collapsed roof. So before grandma looks like worried and sad. After that, grandma looks joyful with energy. So once grandma saw the house again, so he started to quickly sweep the floor and then arrange bricks in front of her house. And I was actually amazed with her strength despite her frail body. So you see here, arranging the bricks and sweeping the floor. So we also help out to clean the debris after we dismantle. Actually, there are a lot of dirt down here. Then we felt joyful and grateful to be able to help clean up the collapsed roof. We were also relieved that we had made the right decision. So then the charity team discussed the task of rebuilding the roof with his son. After a week, the new roof was completed by her sons. So this is after the clean up. So every one of us, our hand was all dirty. So completed, well done. And all of us are feel joyful and grateful. And the grandma also feel very grateful to our help. And here, grandma, he told that body pain. So I massaged his leg and she was happy. So grandma's smiling face brought joy and felt comforted. Okay, so next is the monthly charity home visit with the Deepavali distribution. Okay, so we have visited the 2 care recipients. So the first one, so this is the care recipient. So before Tzu Chi came into her life, she lived with constant worry and felt helpless, unable to afford for the rent, the food, and her children's education. So after moving to Bodhgaya and being introduced to Tzu Chi, her life began to improve. So she found a job working from Monday to Saturday, which allows her to cover the rent, living expenses, and children's education. So Tzu Chi provided monthly food supplies, and she also had a sewing machine here, and which enabled her to earn extra income after work and also on Sundays. So she's very grateful to Tzu Chi's support, which have relieved her suffering and worries. Now she feels blessed peace and is even able to help others through the bamboo bank and the bamboo rice. So on the day of the distribution, we actually collected the bamboo bank and also the rice bank from the care recipient. So this is a room that she rented, sleeping here, cooking at behind the door, uh, everything inside here lah. So, but it's grateful that she have a proper place to stay. Okay, so so from this actually a single mother with two children. So from worries to peace of mind now. Next, an elderly man with one good eye, the other eye blind, and is too old to work. So he received monthly food supplies from Tzu Chi. So before Tzu Chi's support, his son neglected to care for him. Tzu Chi became a role model for his son, inspiring him to question why others could care for his father, but why not him? So this realization led him to take responsibility for his father's well-being. So during the home visit, we found that his son was working outstation, so we're not able to meet the son. So the elderly man did not have money to make the bamboo bank donation unless his son was at home. So for this month home visit, so he actually donated the rice bank. So even he doesn't have the money to make the bamboo bank donation, so we advise him to send his good wishes daily into the bamboo bank, even if he didn't have money. So this way he could still think good thoughts, speak kind words, and engage in good deeds through his actions. So he feels blessed and grateful to Tzu Chi, and even offered prayers for Master Ching Yan healthy body and long life. Okay. So the conclusion from this my experience is that participating in Tzu Chi activities across the four missions allows us to engage in spiritual practice, walk the Bodhisattva path, and cultivate the six paramitas. Through this journey, we train our mind to do good and avoid evil, purifying our hearts and revealing our inner wisdom to become better individuals. We are deeply grateful to Master and Tzu Chi for providing such a platform, a training ground where we can both benefit others and grow ourselves. Guided by Master's wisdom, overseas Tzu Chi volunteers are encouraged to serve in Buddha land, supporting and mentoring local volunteers in carrying out Tzu Chi work. This initiative aims to create field of blessings that benefit both local and overseas volunteers, including the locals in the Buddha land. Okay, okay, still got some time. Let me share a bit of others, the living condition. So their houses, normally their house very low, so you have to like bend down and go or walk in. And this is the common washing area. So you can see they wash their stuffs here, and also like this woman I saw, she washing their hair. So everything is outside. So maybe after they wash, then they'll go inside the house and change. And this is Singapore volunteers carrying the religious baby. And I also have one here carrying the religious baby. They really very, very, very small babies. And the sewing machine. So notice so far there is one villagers with the sewing machine, and they do the work outside here because actually inside is very warm. Their houses normally don't have big windows, just small holes like you can see here. So not sure why. And this is one house that with the water tank, and the mother here under the tree, cut up the children's hair. And so during that time, it was like almost Deepavali, so a lot of the villagers actually do a lot of washing. So you can see they soak the clothes here, and then for these women, they have this pile of clothes, so they are washing here. This one they have a water pipe, so not bad. And you can see they hang the clothes on the wall. And then this is Brother Gaina Manji. He was once a beggar, so turned into the Tzu Chi volunteers. He's the one who do the bamboo bank. Cut the bamboo and then sandpaper it and then tie with and decorate the bamboo bank. The one that you see over here just now, where is it? Here. This the bamboo bank. This is he made this. So very grateful that able to see him. Okay. At the Thai village. So he was like doing recycling, collecting the bottles. So I helped him out. And also here, these pictures, this boy with playing with the dogs, so like very pure friendship. And yeah, this is their houses. Okay, so I think that's all. Garden for listening.
And then Sister Lily for a wonderful sharing. I noticed that there's a lot of, I mean, based on the photos you've shown, there's a lot of involvement of the local volunteers.
Yeah.
So how do you find a role in doing the work, the volunteering work that you've been, all the various missions that we have?
Yeah.
How do you find their involvement?
Actually, they are very because they have done this many times. For example, for the distribution, so it's like a standard procedures that they have formed the process on what to do. So we are there like to guide them in more details. So probably like home visit, we will like care for them, like interact with the villagers. So probably for them, they maybe lack this. So we will need to like, for me, I feel like I have to like tell them, have more interaction with the volunteers. I mean the care recipient.
As you really need them because of the language as well.
Yes, yeah, we need them a lot because they are the one who translate what we want to say to the locals there. Yeah, so they
Having over the Thai village, was there a lot of I mean the reaction coming from the local villagers? Were they elated with gratitude or joy, or would they expect something more?
No, I feel they are very pure. They are very grateful that we gave them this Thai village house. So they are like looking forward to stay in the house. And I can see like they are very joyful. Like every time when we ask them to join, right, for the training or to do the cleaning, they will come forward. Normally, like they will like wake up late normally, but when we tell them that, oh, we need to do this cleaning and so on, we have actually scheduled a time for them to come to train them on the cleaning. They actually come on time. Yeah. So again, before that we were worried will they come or not, and so on, but they actually did came.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Sister Lily, and for the wonderful sharing. And we look forward to more of your sharing when you return back to Bodhgaya. And I think you also go to Nepal as well, right?
Yeah, in October,
That's
in
wonderful.
June that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks so much. All
Right.
right. So we now move on to the next session with Brother Sean from the abode in Taiwan. And so Brother Sean is ever so diligent, and whenever we go to Hualien and in Taipei, he's always there to make us feel at home. Brother Sean, the film is all yours.
Thank you so much, Brother Chin and Sister Lee, just now for your sharing. Thank you so much. It is quite cool in Taiwan right now. I think Malaysia is still the same, warm and humid. And I heard that from news there are lots of location in Malaysia flooded right now. So hopefully everything is good over there in Malaysia. Yep. Right now, I'm going to share from my side. Let me get the slide. What to share for today session? Because I just came back from China just today, 2 days ago, and I was having a quite hectic schedule, so I didn't really have a very thoroughly planning. But this week, recently, I was thinking, what actually can I share from my experience? So I was thinking, what driven me to work so maybe diligently? Yeah. So non-stop outstation, a lot of different parks ongoing. Why uh, as a pure practitioner, why should I do that? In my path of practice, 在修行, I always keep remind myself as a pure practitioner, as a spiritual volunteer, as a Buddhist disciple. So how and what should I follow? So in the 净思 Dharma essence of the Wondrous Lotus Sutra, 净思法水妙莲华, the first part, introductory chapters, I think that's the essence of the essence of the sutra. But anyway, from Buddha's perspective and also Sangren perspective, every part of the sutra is also the essence. So, so from my side, I think I will start using this part, introductory chapters for today's sharing. Now, this is something that is so useful for me myself. So this sentence, you can get it in all the sutra, in Buddhist sutra. You can get it, 如是我闻, 一时佛在, and then there will comes afterwards. So in Lotus Sutra, in Innumerable Meaning Sutra, in 金刚经, the a lot different sutra that always you can see these four 8 words at the starting of the sutra. So this is actually something that that others can differentiate. This is a Buddhist sutra, a Buddha's teaching, or like this is the non-Buddha's sutra. So it in English the translation is, "Thus have I heard once the Buddha was staying in." So this is something, the 3 words that I'm going to cover today is actually once the Buddha. So in the Mandarin, it's written as 一时佛. So once the Buddha was in some place, teaching to the disciple, including who, and then what is the content. So that start the whole sutra. The time. For Master Zheng Yan Sangren, when she just explaining 如是我, these 4 words, it takes about 3 months to finish only these 4 words. But subsequently, 一时佛在, it also so precious and important. So why it using 一时? 一时 is actually meaning time. Once. What is the time? Once. And who? Buddha. Buddha is teaching. So the key lessons key sharing for today is about like time and also people. So what is about time? What is about people? For all the practitioners, for us, Tzu Chi, commissioners, Faith Corp, and also volunteers, we are people, and then people, and then who are we helping? So this is about the people and also time. When, how are you going to help people? So what is the timing? Like for example, right now in Malaysia, we have flood. So the timing is like this is the right timing for us to help people in the flood area. So time, location, people, that's the key combination. And this is the main point that always start written in the sutra. Who, what time, when, where, and then that is the thing that start in the Buddha Sutra. Today, I'm going to share a little bit more about time. Time is something that is so precious. You are, no matter you are rich or poor, you are equally treated by the universe. So the universe is equal to everyone. You have only 24 hours. So time, according to the encyclopedia, is a noun commonly used to describe a passage of a period. So that is so-called time. So, but time is about, I would like to say is more about like a concept rather than just 24 hours. That's only so-called a concept of time, because time for someone rich, we will say, oh, I rather use my time, use my money to buy the time. But for those poor people, they will say like, yeah, well, you have you might have clock, you might have watch, but we have a lot of time. So the people that treat in time, they will treat differently. This is not like exact 24 hours. This is not like exact how many times that you have. It's a concept of time. Just take for example, just now, Sister Lee mentioned about India and Nepal. I was there how many ago? About 10 years ago. I was in Nepal for earthquake disaster relief. So I was there and then working with the local people. And then usually we'll say, okay, another 5 minutes I will be there. That 5 minutes will take about like 1 hour for them to reach. But it's in Malaysia. I'm also Malaysian. I didn't have any mean of discrimination. I usually face that. My friends, when we go out, we will say, oh, okay, I already reached there. So someone will say, oh, on the way, right? They will say on the way. But on the way, maybe, yeah, they are just wake up from the bed and then they'll say on the way. So they say, oh, no, 5 minutes. But usually they will finish after 50 minutes. So what is exactly time meaning? The meaning of time. So time is something that is actually is something big. You can't really see time. Time is something that defined by watch, clock, and also we define the time. But what is exactly time? This is actually a concept, much more like concept. So for example, like today is Saturday. Usually in the usual weekend is a day for holiday, right? It's a time for us to rest. But in Tzu volunteers, for Tzu volunteers, we will take the weekend, not for holidays. It's just time for us to practice. So in Chinese is some we have a lot of words that's so meaningful. Weekend we say 休假. So 休 mean take a rest on holiday. 休假 take a rest on holiday. But 假 it pronounced slightly different. 假 is fake, false, or fake. So for us, we will say, oh, this is a time for us to remove the false. So day of rest are false, and living them is not the real life. This is what Masters told us, the concept. So if we spend time wisely, the time, the day of rest are not false. This is the meaningful time. But if we rest on holiday, the times, the day of rest are false. So the time is still the same. 24 hours is still the same. Time keep passing. So how you use the time define the real meaning of the time. So this is about the concept. Okay, so I will go to master teaching first, and then we'll go to next slide. There's subtitle in this video that let's watch on the video. Oh, sorry, I think I didn't share the sound. Maybe maybe you might not understand, but I think with sound that would be better.
做的事情是上网看电视，其次是与亲友同事聚会、运动，还有不到1成的人会利用假日进修学习。
周5日有机加酒2人份。
而调查劳工休年假时，多数最想做的事情则是旅游、处理私事、睡觉。 常说休息是为了走更长的路，但也有很多人却是越休越累。是我们休息的时间不够长，还是休息的方式不对？对于休息，上人有另一番解读。
咱做什么代志，做一项呢，会感觉忝。忝的是，咱就换一个行动，换一个工作来做。 安尼就是伫咧休息，这就是人生的观念。有的人讲休假来去爬山，来去佚佗，来去观光，请爬山敢毋免用体力呢？ 观光敢毋免付出呢？金钱的付出、体力的消磨，同款啦。那同款身躯伫咧动，要活都爱动嘛，活动。对这项做了后，感觉着讲已经疲劳啦。咱若讲换一个动的方式呢？ 嘛是同款啦，换一个工作就是伫咧休息，对啊，人生爱把握时间啦。咱若无利用时间，真正是空过人生。
好多垃圾哦！
做公益的会想，但是目前没有管道。
可以分配一些时间，但应该不全部的话可能不太行。
对，因若有兴趣的人是要做会到的是会使，但是我知影我本身无法度。
我拢定定讲，时间足宝贵的，咱一切的福甲定。 拢是用时间做出来。即卖人经济好啊，也生活水准提悬，啊，就是拢利用时间去交义务、观光。有的人较远就出国去咯，有的人较近的游山玩水去。 在时间，若会当好好摕来做一寡对社会有意义、对身体有健康、对心理建设，若会当安尼足好的啊！希望恁呢会当周日双修吼。 唔通呢，周休2日吼，爱周休2日吼， 福慧双修，唔是福慧双修，吼。
So thank you for master teaching. We can see that how can we make good use of our time during day off, like today, Saturday is actually a good time for us to get a day off, right? But a lot of you are still online right now, listen to Dharma sharing and also get more teachings from master. So how the way we spend our time determine our life. So merits and also blessings actually we can accumulate merit and also blessing by practice, and merit and also blessing can also losing by having rest. So in Mandarin it is so meaningful. 福慧双修 and also 福慧双修, it pronounced the same way, but if we rest, so we're getting merits and blessing get lost. If we practice, we can accumulate merit and blessing. This is like what Master said. So how we treat in time for like the interviewee. Just now in the video, you can see the interviewee, the road passed by, and they said, "Oh yeah, this is good to be a volunteer, right? But I did not know how to be a volunteer." Some said, "Yeah, someone that with passion, yeah, they can do it, but not me." So everyone they have different perspective, different ways to deal with time. So some of the people they will think like, oh yeah, my time, this is me time. I need to get more rest. So but Tzu volunteers we tend to be like practice rather than rest. So 休假 in Mandarin 休假 become 休假 or that actually pronounced quite similarly, but it is different. This is just like your neighbors and you. This is a good comparison. You can see your neighbors. Maybe they haven't wake up yet, right? But you are now, right now, you are actually start your life diligently. 休假, 休假. So from getting rest to practice, this is how we deal with time. Everyone having the same time, but how we treat the time makes the time differently. It can be, the time can be precious. The time can be so just like nothing. So this is the perspective. So time is about perspective. So people sometimes will say, oh yeah, year by year. Okay, right now we are going to approach. Tomorrow it will be like December. So each year, December is the time for me myself to get self-reflection. This is a good time for reflections for the whole year. What have I done? Time flies, right? So I'm sometimes I'll be shocking that, oh my goodness, I'm approaching 40 years old right now. But when the time I was like 30 years old, I was thinking, wow, goodness, I already 30 years old, but right now I'm approaching 40 years old. Time flies. So people will be like really get bothered by their age. So each of the year they will be like reflecting, oh yeah, I'm getting aging. So birthday, so aging. So we have like 汤圆, eating 汤圆. We said, oh no, each time we eat 汤圆, it means like we have getting older and older, getting yeah. So usual, common people like us that we haven't practiced yet will think time, we'll treat time like year from year to year. Me myself, I usually previously I would think like, oh, end of the year, especially December, there'll be the time for me to reflect the whole year. So we look time using year as a unit, usually, right? So, oh, okay, I'm 48 years old, 49 years old. So we treated time using year. So I didn't think like, oh yeah, I'm right now 36. I'm living in this earth for 36 years and 5 months and 3 days and how many minutes and how many seconds. We usually didn't do that way, right? So because we treat ourselves using year as a unit, and when we looking our as our life, so we treat them usually, okay. So we treat as year. So we said 过年关 in Mandarin, 一年一年. So each end of the year, we said, oh, okay, 过年完. So we passing the year. But for Master Zheng Yan, so she treated times using second. The smallest that we can see in our watch or clock. So second, each day have 86,400 seconds. So how she treated time as second. So for us, treating time as year. So that's a big, huge difference how we threaten time. I'm not sure if you have ever noticed the top right corner of Thai TV. You can see right over here, 4,746, and this is 81,654. If you add them together, so what will be the number? 86,400. This is actually every day. I'm not sure how many years ago Master start to ask Thai TV station to add this on top upper right corner of the TV. You can see that this is actually the seconds that remain. This is the seconds that remain for the day, and this is the seconds that already passed. So you can see this is actually 10:40, and then it already passed for 81,654 seconds. And this is for that day. We have remained with 4,746 seconds. So this is how Master, because Master is always watching Thai TV. So that is actually something that reminds us time is passing. So we already passed for that day 81,000 seconds and remain only 4,746 seconds. So this is how Masters threaten time. For us, like, oh yeah, we can live 80 years. We have 80 years, right? So we are having lots of reflections year by year, and then how we have done year by year. But with mindfulness master, she threatened time diligently. And then each of the second, she keep it treasurely. So whenever you have chance to meet with masters and listens, masters always listens to people sharing, right? For us, for me myself, sometimes I get my mind will be get away. I will not living at the present moment, but master is always keep mindfulness, living at the present moment. So if you can live in the present moment with mindfulness, each of the second that will be valued like a year. If you threaten time preciously, you have more time. If you threaten time loosely, you will lose all the time. So this is how time is still the same, but it different. So Asian, you can see in sutra, 一时佛在一时 once. In a sutra, they can't able to tell this is actually BC 1,000 years, and then what day, what time. We can't tell because Asian, they use the tools, Asian tools to measuring time. They're using Stonehenge, Persian water clocks, hourglass, or sundial. They can't really tell the times precisely, but the time is still the same. Although right now we still have clocks, we have lots of watch and everything. Yes, but we can't really, that doesn't make difference. It doesn't make difference. It's still the same. So why in Sutra they use 一时? So because they can't really tell the time because they didn't have a precious tools. But times is actually is a relatively. So right now in Malaysia and Taiwan, we're having the same time, right? We are actually 7:34 a.m. But right now in US East Coast, they are still living one day before. But is that true? They are not living at yesterday. They are living at the present moment. But this is just a relative of time. Time doesn't matter actually. This is a tools for us to measure, to tell what exactly the point that you are standing right now. And then you have the relatively, or you can say, oh yeah, 2 days ago, and then 2 p.m. I was there. But time for US, maybe you are referring their current time. I mean, on the clock, we are saying like, oh yeah, right now we are 8 a.m. in 30th of November. But there will be like after 11 hours, then they were getting 13 hours, then they were having the exactly same time with us. So that's just a relatively. But at the present moment, we are actually having the same 24 hours. And from earth to the heaven. So based on the sutra, it says that time when Buddha teaching the Di Zhang Jing, the treasure of sutra at the Trimsa heaven. So one day, Buddha's one day if we spend in this heaven is equals to 100 years in human years. I'm not sure if you ever heard that when someone said, I'm just like living in the hell. Oh, the time is so long. Or like when the children they're having holiday, they will say like, oh no, goodness, the time is flying. I having 3 months holiday is just like one day. And then whenever they have the exam, a few days before the exam, they'll feel like, oh goodness, they'll be like years I trapped preparing the test. So time is actually a relative pity. But in fact, every moment of the time that is actually the same. That isn't different. This is different by our perspective. It differs from people to people because of the moment, the thoughts. Reading the single thoughts of the present moment, if you can keep it preciously, then the time will be valuable. This is not how long or how short it will be. Times is always the same. So come back to practice perspective. How far away we are from attaining Buddhahood. Masters teaches within a single thought of the present moment, and you can attaining Buddhahood. Wow, I would say, is that possible? Could it be? For me, myself, I would think that, oh no, that is quite impossible. And then masters take an example for us. Let's just say, 6 years ago, in 2018, February 6th, there was an earthquake, massive earthquake in Hualien. And a few days after, masters give us a teaching on the concept of time. She said, time is something that is so valuable. If you treat it preciously, and then the time will be valuable. And if you can keep the present moment preciously, mindfulnessly, then you can attain Buddhahood. Wow, I said, wow, is that possible? The same thoughts come out. Is that possible? The masters give us an example. During the earthquake, one of the fire, the rescuer goes to the earthquake, the collapsed building, and then he saw one lady with barefoot walking out from the rubbles. So the rescuer feel pity for the woman, and then how he helps her. He can't really pull her out that time. Is that the space is not big enough, so she has to crawl. So the rescuer, he feel really bad for the women, and then the Buddha Chitta comes up, right? So he helps the women with his hand, and then letting the women walking through his hand. It looks so hurts, right? But at the present moment, the only thing in his heart is how to help the women safely throw out from the building. He doesn't think of himself. Master say that present moment, he is the Bodhisattva. But the moment is so short. After the women throw out from the building, after a few days, they have the I mean, like maybe the award ceremony, like they have celebrations. Maybe he goes back to the normal life, and then he will continue to KTV, or he will continue to have his ordinary life, and then that's how he goes back into an ordinary people. That moment when he helps the women, he attained the Bodhicitta. He has the Bodhicitta, and then he became Bodhisattva. Only that moment. So it is kind of like a very short. So in the Innumerable Meaning Sutra, 尽其心真自旋虚末，手之不动100千年, this 16 words that always that comes in Su Chi event, it actually means how we can upholding them. You can see 手之不动, upholding them unwaveringly for countless eons of time. If you can do that, yes, you are Bodhisattva. But for us, lay people, we can't do that. We can't upholding them. We can arise the Bodhicitta only a short period of the moment, few seconds, and then after that you goes back to the normal people. So whenever we goes to Tzu Chi volunteers voluntary activity, we feel touched. That's the moment we arise our Bodhicitta. But this is not too long. After we go back, when we're sharing the Bodhicitta arise again, and then after that, after the Tzu Chi volunteer activities, when we go back home, when we see our parents, when we see our siblings who get angry, right? Oh, you again do a lot of things that makes me feel bad, all right? So the Bodhicitta all lost again. The time is still flies, right? Time is still flies. But how we attain Buddhahood is about how long we can uphold the Bodhicitta. If we can uphold the Bodhicitta from time to time, not just volunteering as a volunteer in Tzu Chi. When you go back home, when we look at our children, we can treat them evenly. And it's not like, oh yeah, this is not our children, okay, we treat them evenly. It's not something like that. How we treat them, same like we treat others people. So we love our children, right? So we love them, how we can use love, treat others children. We care for the recipient. We can also care our children like our recipient. How we can uphold our mind. Then countlessly of time that can make us become a bodhisattva. So this is an example, explanations for our time. Each of the moment, for example, we take each of the thought as a year. So you see, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, until end of our life, right? If we treat them then the unit like a second, each moment is just like a thought. So we look at each moment of the time, using the time preciously, each of the dots. When we scroll out, I zoom out the time, each of the unit is still the same. And then if we scroll up and then zoom out, and when we stand high and far enough, you can see each of the dot, when it connected together, it becomes a line. It becomes a line. So just like we are standing on the earth right now, we can see the horizon. It looks flat, right? When we take aeroplane, it looks at the earth. It becomes round. Sphere. How this is all about perspective. So each of the moment, each of the second that you can see small dot, is so close together. It looks like a line. This is how Bodhisattva, Buddha, is also the same. Each of the moment of your mind that determines who you are. You can see someone, they live like an animal, right? Their behavior, the way they spend their time is just like an animal. So why they looks like an animal, they behave like an animal? Each of the moment, how they behave, how they think, how they speak, and everything, all the moment they all add together, they live like an animal. But we can have someone that live like a bodhisattva, because each of the moment, the thoughts, the mind, the way they speak, the way they treat others people, the manners, the marriage, and everything, all looks together. When every moment that puts all together, it looks like bodhisattva. So it's just like this. If this is our life, we have like 1,000 of dots, 1,000 of uh, what 28 billion of dots in our life for 80 years, right? 25 billion of dots, 28 billions of seconds in our life. If we can countlessly arise our bodhicitta, one dots become red. Oh, we have one bodhicitta at that second. Arise of bodhicitta. When we watch Thai TV, wow, so pity. How can we help them? So the bodhicitta arise. When we go to the disaster area, oh, Malaysia, there's flood. We go there and help others people. Arise of bodhicitta. So each of the moment, I can tell it is quite hard for us for 86,400 seconds. All the moment we keep with the bodhicitta. This is so hard, but how we can make it more and more frequent? The bodhicitta horizon of bodhicitta can be more and more frequent. This is how we practice the bodhicitta. So when each of the moment is just like the dot, bodhicitta we can have horizon from one day we can arise for 5 times to 10 times to 100 times to a lots of non-stop, and then it will looks like this. The line, each of the small dots, if you can have more and more bodhicitta, and then the line will be red and red and more red, and then gradually the lines, I mean the times, and then the moment that we have arise with bodhicitta will be more and more, and then the line will looks like a red line. So when time pass, when you look back your life, and others, when others people look at you, you will be looking alike like a bodhisattva. And gradually, if the dots more and more becoming red, I mean, you have more and more times with bodhicitta, and then you'll be looking alike bodhisattva. That's the reason why when we look at Master Cheng, we say, wow, we feel admire to learn from her. But if we sitting at the same place, saying the same words like Master Cheng Yen, are we looking alike like Master? No, that won't be. It won't be, because the moment that how we think, the thoughts that we have is not the same. We are just copying. We are not the real one. So if we want to attain Buddhahood, how can we attain that? Is actually comes back to each of the moment, each of the time. So each of the time that we spend, like each of the seconds, how Master treat time using second, we can attain more bodhicitta and Buddhahood. So if we treat time like a day, oh yeah, today I got volunteering. Yes, maybe this day there's only one dot, but that actually brings your practice, the time of practice, you'll be taking more and longer and longer time. But if we threaten each of the moment, it's not one day, one month, 1 year. We threaten moment, each of the moment with with the Buddhista, and then every day you keep practice and practice. One day you'll be looking like a Bodhisattva. So this is how times means for us. So truth transcends time. What each of the moments that you practice that will keep in your in your life, that won't change. So it is so important. So time, it means a lot. And 一时佛. So our aim of the goal is to attain Buddhahood, right? So Buddha, there's a 10 name. I think I'll just pass that. So this is not just me, myself, to get the awakening. This is self-awaken, awakening others, and also practicing awakening the practice. So perfect awakening practice is not, this is 自觉觉他觉醒圆满. It's a person that have a lot of mindfulness moment, and then one day the mindfulness moment is so constantly practiced, get self-awakened. This is how Buddha get awakened under the Bodhi tree, right? And then Buddha attain Buddhahood. He doesn't not just self-awaken, awakening others. So until the dots that we see just now, it gradually become the red line. That's the time you get a perfecting awakening practice. This is the time that we attain Buddhahood. So it is about how we spending our time in our daily life, how we using Buddha's teaching into our daily life. So Master said the purpose for Buddha doesn't need to be in our earth, in this 娑婆世界. It doesn't need to be here to attain Buddhahood. But why Buddha came here to this earth? The main purpose is teach, realize, and attain enlightenment. 开示悟路. So for us, we are actually learning from Buddha. We are actually sure for learning from the Buddha. So we need to do the same thing, like what Buddhas did do. So whenever we learn, we know how to do. We become a volunteer. We can accompany others. We can mentor others. We can teach others, and then letting them to having the same way like us. And then one day they will become volunteers, right? The same thing like we become a Buddha disciple. So we have to learn how Buddhas do. So Buddhas came to earth, teach Buddha's Dharma, and then letting others to realize, oh, I should treasure the time, realizing. And then one day after practice, teaching, realizing, and then the final goal is attain enlightenment. So is that easy for us uh, to attain uh, attain Buddhahood. It's not easy for us ourselves. I think it is not hard if we have the view to attain Buddhahood, to be more diligent. This is not that hard, but for others people, this is not easy. So Master's teaching, she told us that Master's teaches in her teaching, he says that it is not easy to enlighten others people. We can only enlighten those with affinity. Even Buddha can't enlighten everyone, you know. So I got sorry. Sorry, I got a call from Master. So I will just continue my, my sharing. So from Buddha's teaching, it says that it is not easy to enlighten everyone because we can only enlighten those with affinity. So it is so important that we have to keep ourselves to be diligent. Sometimes we'll say like, oh yeah, it's just so hard to enlighten others to get a chance to bring others people to join Tzu right? To be volunteer is just not that easy. Yeah, that is not easy to even Buddha himself. He can't like everyone. He can't teach everyone. Okay, so this is a short master teaching on how masters share about in Buddha's was around. He can't even change one of the disciple. It's not disciple, the people. So he asked his disciple to teach and preach that people. So even Buddha, the one that get enlightened, it can change everyone. So it comes back to our heart. So masters in Mandarin, 悟, awaken, is about our heart and me. So how to get the true natures, the true suchness, 正入本性? So from Master teaching, it all comes back to the faith, vow and practice. So come back to today's focus is about time and 意识 for the 意识 that the time. Once the Buddha in the sutra it comes start with from I heard once Buddha, that the three words is so precious. It's all about how we practice the time, how we threaten time, how we use the time. Is it change the way how the fruits. So I will always thinking as a Su Ching, as a Buddhist disciple, Buddha's disciple, as a Buddhist, how can we attain Buddhahood? This is so hard. And how we can get the nature of true suchness, 真如本性, to seek the truth, suchness in our heart. It's actually not that hard, actually. Don't, I mean, like, right now, our dots is present with lots of black dots. That is a neutral dots right now. So we can't really seek, we can't really get the true suchness right now because we can't really speculate what is actually the true suchness because all the dots right now is actually black. Don't think so much on how to seek and what is the final destinations or just work on it. Have faith and make a vow and practice. Make a faith and then making vow. Make sure that we keep remind ourselves each of the moment we use it diligently. And then not just vow, practice. Practice each of the moment that we arise with a thought. Practice. Practice with a mindfulness mind. Mindfulness diligently and also arise with bodhicitta. Whenever we have the faith, we believe that, oh yeah, one day our line will become red to attain Buddhahood. We believe that, and then we could make a vow. Yes, I want to have my dots, all the dots becoming red. All my life become a good life, become a bodhisattva. I can help others people diligently, and I can help myself diligently. So that is the vow, and then with the vow, we have to practice. Gradually, when we look back our life, you can see, wow, my life, the dots is gradually getting red and red, more and more red. Now that's how I look at my life too. Previously, 15 years ago when I haven't joined Su Ching, me myself, I'm so myself. I have a lot of bad habits. Gradually, the black dots have changed to red. I think that's all from my sharing today. Thank you so much for listening.
Then so much, Brother Sean. Very, I'm very fascinated about the concept of time, which you have spoken a lot today. And space and time, they're inseparable. I remember Master mentioned it once on one of the episodes that time will go with space, and we need the space because there's form. And there's form, there's always arising, there's always changing, there's always ceasing. So, so in light of that, and I guess time is a measurement of impermanence. And that brings a point that you mentioned that we got to seize the moment to practice before we decay. And I like your concept of the moments of bodhicitta. And I thought that's an excellent way to build up every drop. And early on, I think Master also mentioned that it's many drops that makes a river. I'm just wondering, Brother Sean, you are in a level of practice that in the abode. I mean, for us, we are still householders in practice. So, if you could share your experience where you were, and imagining where I am right now, and all of us listening to you, and the level of practice that you're in, and share what is those moments of time between us living the worldly life and you at that level. I'm always fascinated with people like yourself who spend your time in an abode practice. So maybe you can give us some insights on that.
Yeah, thank you for the questions. Actually, I am so far away with all the level of I mean the practice that you think. I'm because this is the 50 minutes that my sharing. I can put all the goodness and everything, the good thoughts in these 50 minutes. But in the real case of the world, I can tell it is so hard to keep mindfulness. It is so hard. Even me myself, I've stayed abroad for more than 10 years. I just take for this as example. This month, I have like a lot of different countries. I go around the world, and then the environment is not a boat, right? Just like you are in your house, your household, you work, you have to work, right? Me myself too. I have to go to different countries and meeting with different people. They are not such workers. They are outsider. They are actually they having their normal lifestyle. But what makes us different? I mean, a practice. How I can keep myself with that practice, the hard with practice. This is so hard. I can tell. This is not easy, but masters having us a lots of different example how we can keep our life diligently and also mindfulness. Just take for example, I can say that bamboo bag that I got it from Malaysia. This is outside. I can okay, over here. This is the bamboo bag I got from KL last year when I went back. I think bamboo bag is something that we can practice. This is just the start of life. So every time when you remind yourself, okay, this is the time. Just 50 cents. This is not too much, right? You can't even buy a cup of coffee for now. So 50 cents. You just put it on it, donating to help others people. But gradually, you can see how heavy it is right now. I mean, I have a lot. I mean, because whenever there's disaster, we will be donating that. But you can see, you can make your, I mean, thoughts into physical form. This is our thoughts of goodness, right? So we have the thoughts of helping others people. 150 cents weightless, right? It's nothing, but you have a lot of 50 cents. It becomes so heavy. That is how you accumulate thoughts, good thoughts. Not just that. Every day when we goes to lunch, right? We I usually I will recite. So recite anything is all fine. Recite the sentence that you want to practice. I think that's the best time because each of the day you have 3 times to eat, right? So you have addition, not just bamboo bank. Bamboo bank is only 1 time. You have addition 3 times. But breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You doesn't need to close your palm. It's all fine. Whenever, because for example, like I'm in United States, close palm, people will say, "Oh, are you someone coming here to preach?" No, it's from your heart. It's not how the way you make the vow. It's okay. So each of before the meal, you can practice that. So the dots gradually growing, right? So one day you have 4 dots right now. You can have more dots, right? Before you wash the plates. So add water. Treasure every drops of oil. Sometimes you can't get the water, right? So you go to the mama store. The water is not to wash. It's to wash your hands. It's not to drink. So you can't do that, right? You can adding soup or something as long as you arise with the thoughts. I have to treasure the foods. The thoughts is much more important than the action. If you can make the action, that's the best. Faith, vow, action. So you have the faith already, making a vow more and more in your life. I mean, treasure the foods and help other people. That's the vow. How you practice it by treasuring each drop of the oil, each remaining of residue of the food. That's the action. That's the practice. So every day you keep adding on. So every time when I go to toilet, washing my hand, I will be mindfully not to waste the water. This is all master teaching. This is not something that is so high level that wow, you can see the Bodhisattva flying on the on the heaven, and then you can see the gods. This is not something far away. This is something that in our daily life. Treasuring food, treasuring your time, treasuring each of the moment. When you're using paper, how you use it carefully. It is impossible not to waste anything. It is impossible. But how our thoughts in our daily life, we practice it into our single moment, I think that thoughts will be gradually changing more and more red dots. And then when it connects together, you will be looking alike. Wow, you look better and better. For us, lay people, it's all the same. We can do that. You doesn't need to be a pure practitioner. It doesn't need to be a monk. If you have the will, you can do that. That's no difference between like monk. I'll always make a joke. Me, myself, I know I can't be that diligent if I am away, so far away. I mean, from the abode, from the practicing, because I need someone to trap me. Me myself, I need someone to have the 戒律, the trap, the track for me. So that's the reason why I become, but but I think it's all about the same. Thank you.
Well, very fascinating, Brother Sean. Kanan, so much for your great insights. I certainly gain a lot from this today's sharing, and I'm sure all the brothers and sisters on this platform do. So if we can open all the videos and we can take a photo with Brother Sean here, and when self-custody, Sister Lee who shared earlier. Okay, so right. So we hope to have you back again, Brother Sean, when you have given some time to get us greater insights. All right,
Okay,
so
everyone. Yeah, on the video. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
all right, Kanan, so
Okay,
much, Brother
Kak
Sean and Sister Lady, for today's great sharing and insights. And so that's the end of our session for today. And I wish you all have a great weekend and a great week ahead. And obviously, for all of us, the weekend is always a very busy time for all of us doing all voluntary work and all the various activities. So with this, we will offer 3 bows to the Buddha. First bow, second bow, third bow. We will also offer 1 bow to our board masters. Bow. Okay, Kanan, so much, brothers and sisters, for staying back and listen to the great sharing. And we look forward to seeing you back again next week.